Alright, let's look at the Cartesian plane. A Cartesian plane consists of two axes, such as we have here. This is a Cartesian plane. It's got two axes. The horizontal axis, this one here, is called the x-axis. The vertical axis, this axis here, is called the y-axis. The way I remember it is to think of y points to the sky. So horizontal axis is x, the vertical axis is called y. Where the two axes join, you can see there, so the point at where the two axes meet or intersect, that is called the origin. You can see that the axes are evenly scaled and numbered. So we're going up here, so to the positive, so we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Towards it, going left from the origin is -1, -2, etc. On the y-axis, above the origin is our positive numbers, below the origin are our negative numbers. Please also note that there is arrows on the end of the axes. It's just to show that they go on infinitively. We've just stopped because the paper's X size, or you only need to represent an X amount. But those axes do go on infinitively. If we're trying to plot a point on a Cartesian plane or describe a position on the plane, we use coordinate points. A Cartesian coordinate is written like this, x and then y. So we put the value of x first and then the value of y in the brackets. My way to remember that, which comes first in the alphabet? X. Alright, x comes before y in the alphabet, so when you write them as Cartesian points, the x coordinate comes before the y coordinate. So if we look at the point here, there is a little dot there. That little dot, let's look at the value of x. The value of x is 1, above where that dot is. So our value of x is 1. And our value of y, if we go across from that dot, the value of y is 2. So the coordinate point of that dot we call 1, 2. Right, remembering x coordinate before the y coordinate. The coordinate point of our origin, so our origin being here, our origin, the x value is 0 and the y value is 0. So that's the coordinate point of our origin. Let's look at this worked example here. It's asked us to draw a Cartesian plane, so our x-axis here and our y-axis here, and it's asked us to go from -3 to 5, +5 on both axes. So I've done that. I've put my arrows at the end of the axes to show that I know they do go on infinitively. And it wants us to plot the following points. So point A is 1, 2. So x is 1, y is 2. So I go across to where x is 1, here. Then I go up to where y is 2, and that would be my dot A. That's the point 1, 2. Point B, x is 3, so I'll go across to where x is 3, and y is -2. So I go down to where y is -2. That's where I put my dot for point B. 3, -2. Point C, x is -2, so I go across to where x is -2, and then I go down to where y is -2.5. So there is my point C. Much easier to do if you've got graph paper. Point D, x is 0, so that's the point where x is 0 and y is 1. So we go up to where y is 1. That is point D. X is 0, y is 1. Our point E, x is -2, so go across to x is -2, and we don't go up or down anywhere because y is 0. So that is our point E. -2, 0. Okay, not too hard to do these, but it's really important you remember the first Number in the brackets refers to the x-coordinate, the second number refers to the y-coordinate. If we look at this next worked example, write the coordinates of the points. So let's write the points down. A, B, C, D, and E. Let's look at point A. What's the value of x? The value of x for point A is 1. The value of y for point A is also 1. So we have written the Cartesian coordinates for point A. Let's look at point B. What's the value of x? The value of x is -1. And the value of y is 4. Let's look at our point C. First of all, find our value of x. The value of x is -3. And we go down. The value of y is -1. For our point D, the value of x comes first in the brackets. The value of x for point D is 2. We go down. For the y value, we go down to -4. Point E. Let's look at point E. The value of x, we haven't moved left or right, so the value of x is 0, and we go down. We go down, looks like halfway between -3 and -4, so -3.5. So just reiterating, that's a Cartesian plane. There's two axes, horizontal x, vertical y. The origin is where the two axes intersect, so that's the origin, and the coordinate point of the origin is 0, 0. When we're writing and referring to points on a Cartesian plane, they're written as in 2 points in brackets, separated by a comma, and the x comes first, followed by the y.